In this video, Anakin Skywalker and his small contingent of clone troopers face off against a group of mercenaries led by Rodian Hunt Master Azzash-Kaffal, as both bands race through a Corellian cargo field in search of a rumored stash of smuggled Kyber crystal. Yes, we are playing a modified version of the Star Wars miniature game by Wizards of the Coast that we are calling Crystal Dash. Hello gamers, Matthew here from Grey Army Gaming in lovely Fågelund, Sweden. For this game of Star Wars miniatures, we have a special scenario for you called Crystal Dash. The idea for the scenario is this: there is a rumored stash of Kyber crystal in this cargo field, and now we have our two groups who are trying to make their way to the center here to investigate this and, if needed, to remove the Kyber crystal from the battlefield. There will be a few special rules we'll be using in this scenario. First, due to the tight space, all of the crates and barrels, it is not possible to run. So all of the characters and figurines will be restricted to 6 inches of walking movement. Second, once any character comes into contact with the Kyber crystal in its box, they are able to move a maximum of 3 inches, so in other words, half of their movement when they are dragging the box of crystals to any of the exits on the board. And finally, victory goes to the side that either defeats all of the other figurines or the side that is successfully able to drag the box of Kyber crystal off of the board through one of the 6 exits. With that, we can go ahead now and show you the different characters that will be playing this scenario and to show you deployment. Deploying on the southwest corner of the cargo field is our mercenary band, and they are led by our Rodian Hunt Master, followed by a human soldier of fortune, Wee-Quay pirate, and a dark side adept. Lots of good shooting in this group, so they will be quite dangerous from afar. Deploying on the northeast side of the cargo field, we have Anakin Skywalker Jedi, and he is joined by 2 clone troopers, Oddball and a Galactic Marine. Okay, let's go ahead and roll for initiative for round 1. Anakin and his crew with the green die and the mercenaries with the blue. Natural 1 for Anakin, so the mercenaries will have the first 2 activations. First off, we can move Azzash-Kaffal his 6 inches and try to get him some cover. We'll put him right behind these crates. Nicely covered there. Second, let's send our adept here running across this wall. We're going to have her just come right over here. See if she can stay in place. There we go. Making a run for the crystals. No line of sight for shooting for either, so we can run over now to Anakin. Let's start with Anakin. He has no range weapons, so only melee attack weapons. So let's go ahead and just try to run him up and give him some cover behind that barrel. Second, Oddball has grenades, so we want to get him as close to the action as possible. Next, over here for the mercenaries, we'll send in our human soldier, and we're just going to have him come right up here and climb up on top of these boxes to get off a shot, hopefully. And no line of sight as of yet, so he'll just hang out there for now. And finally, the Wee-Quay pirate will run up the center and take cover behind this low wall. Final activation, the Galactic Marine comes behind Anakin. Round 2, initiative roll, here we go. And it will be a 16 to Anakin and his crew. I think I'm going to wait with Anakin and actually have Oddball run around the corner and get a line of sight on the pirate. So with cover from this barrel, he now has a line of sight right on that pirate. We're going to take a shot onto the pirate. Amazingly, Oddball gets around, so there's no cover onto this pirate, which means we need to roll a 5 to hit. Natural 1! Oh no! With that critical miss, that is the end of Oddball's turn. We're going to have the Galactic Marine now run up and take a position right up on top of those crates. With a clear line of sight onto that soldier of fortune, we're going to go ahead and take a shot. Alright, a shot from here over to here. We have an attack of 8 and defense of 17. We need to show an 11. And that's a 13. It is a hit. A total of 20 points of damage, dropping our human soldier now down to 20 hit points. For the mercenary turn, let's go ahead and activate that same human soldier and have him shoot back at that Galactic Marine. An attack of 8 versus a defense of 14, so we need to show a 6. And there's a 6! It's a hit! Deadeye for plus 10 points of damage, so that brings us to a total of 30 damage on the Galactic Marine, enough to take him out of commission. Second activation for the mercenaries. Let's not take any more chances and get this pirate under some cover, behind cover in these boxes, close to that crystal. Final activation for the Republic. Unfortunately, Anakin's not going to be able to get over to that pirate, so we're going to try to run him around by the crates, give him some cover, and maybe next round charge in. Back to the mercenaries now. Our dark side adept is going to charge across here and try to get a position on this wall. With that move, she now has a line of sight on Anakin, and she will take a shot. Attack of 7 versus a defense of 19, so we need to roll a 12 plus. Here we go. And it's a 20! A critical hit! Double damage! Critical hit, dropping Anakin down to 70 hit points. And now we have our last soldier, the Rodian Hunt Master. And we can move him up here his 5 inches and give him some cover behind that barrel. Able to take a shot now on Oddball. Attack 7 against a 14 defense, but Oddball has a +4 for cover, so we need to show an 11. Here we go. And it's a 9, a miss. Psst, flies right over the top of Oddball's head. And here's how things stand at the end of that round. The mercenaries are making their way up here slowly. Still all of them alive. They've lost one guy over here on this crew, and Anakin has taken some damage. We need to go ahead now and roll initiative for the next round. And it looks like 17 to the mercenaries. First off, we're going to have Azzash-Kaffal here utilize his dead eye ability, and he's going to stick in place and shoot at Oddball. Again, needing an 11 for cover. 15, and it's a hit. So plus 10 damage for a total of 30 damage on Oddball, dropping Oddball to 10 hit points. And next we're going to activate this human soldier, and he does indeed have Oddball in his line of sight, just barely, but Oddball has cover. So he cannot move, and he needs to take a shot. An attack of 8 against a defense of 14, but cover of 4, so we need to show a 10. And that's an 8, missing. Oddball is still alive, though severely injured. Let's go ahead and activate Oddball now and move him up behind these crates. With that, Oddball is now out of the line of sight of the human soldier, but he still has a line of sight now on the Hunt Master, taking a shot. On second thought, Oddball is just going to take out a grenade and chuck it over the crates, and it's going to land right there and explode. We have a save of an 11 plus from the Hunt Master. Here we go. So that's a 13. He's able to jump out of the way of the grenade and to make that save. Last activation, let's have Anakin charge in onto this pirate. 6 inches is not enough, so we need to use a force point to get that last inch in there. Attack of 12 against a 15 defense, so we need a 3 plus. And there's an 8. 20 points of damage, enough to take out the pirate. Final activation for this round, let's have our dark side adept charge into Anakin. Attack of 7 versus a 19 defense. We need to show a 12. There's a 4, so she misses. That brings us to the end of that round, and we have our next initiative roll. This is a huge one. So 20 to 9, we have the mercenaries starting off again. First things first, the dark side adept will be attacking Anakin. Needing to show a 12. And it's a 9. She misses again. The soldier over here on his perch is going to take a shot off on Anakin using his Deadeye ability. He has not moved. Needing an 11 to hit. And it's a 3. Psst, flies over his head. Activating Anakin. He's going to stay put and make his first attack, hitting on a 5. And there's an 11. We're going to spend another force point and do lightsaber assault and get 2 more attacks onto the adept. Hitting on 5s, we got a 5 and a 2, so 1 goes through, 20 more points of damage, bringing the adept down to 20. Second activation, let's have Oddball activate, move 6 inches, and throw a grenade at that soldier of fortune. So within 6 inches now, Oddball whizzes off a grenade. We have a save of an 11 plus or 20 damage. A natural 1! So I don't know, with a critical fail like that, maybe he falls off of his crates right on top of the grenade and gets blown up. The remaining 20 damage, he is taken out of commission. Final activation, the Hunt Master is going to come over here and get a little bit of cover behind this box. take a shot off onto Oddball. So a risky move by Oddball, putting himself out in the open here. We need to be hitting on a 7. This could be it for Oddball. Natural 1, a critical miss, so Oddball is able to evade the shot. So end of that round, and we are really getting down to the wire now. This is going to be a critical initiative roll. It may be our last round. 12, 2, and 8, the mercenaries begin again. All right, Azzash-Kaffal shooting a shot off on Anakin. He has not moved. Needing to show a 12 here. 13, it's a hit! So 20 damage plus his Deadeye damage of plus 10 for a total of 30, and it's non-melee, so Anakin cannot make a save, which means Anakin drops down to 40 hit points. Next up, the Adept attacking Anakin in a melee attack. Needing a 12 for potential lightsaber damage, and it's a 5, a miss. Unfortunately, that Adept has not really been doing much for us. All right, let's go back to the other side now. Anakin is going to go ahead and activate and attack the Adept. So let's split up these attacks. He hasn't moved, so we can have our first attack and then move afterwards. We need a 5+ to hit here. 12! So that is going to be enough damage now to destroy the Adept. Exactly 20 hit points left. First attack is finished. We can move now. We're going to have to try this. Anakin has to try and get to the Hunt Master. 6 inches of movement is going to bring him right here. And we need to spend a force point for 2 more inches. So Anakin down to 1 force point, and 2 inches is just enough to get him into base-to-base contact with the Hunt Master. Let's go ahead and attack. Plus 12 to a defense of 16. Anakin, we need to roll a 4. And it's exactly a 4! 20 points of damage, dropping the Hunt Master down to 20. Let's go ahead and have Oddball activate and charge in as well. Attack of 10 versus a defense of 16. We need a 6. And there's a 17. 10 more points of damage, dropping the Hunt Master down to a total of 10. Barely hanging on. And this will most likely be our last initiative roll. Here we go. And it is a 13 to the 3, so we still have a chance for the Hunt Master to do some damage. For an attack on Oddball, we need a 7. 15, so that's enough damage to kill Oddball, leaving Anakin and the Hunt Master left. Anakin coming back with his first attack, needing a 4. And it's a 3, he misses. Oh, he's going to come with his second attack now and try again, and it's a 5. So he just barely does enough damage to kill the Hunt Master. And with that bloody skirmish concluded, and with Anakin being the sole survivor left on the cargo field, he is now able to take the Kyber crystals, load them on his ship, come out of the Corellian system, and make his way back to the Senate with his treasure. Well, there you have it, folks. A close and exciting, and I would even say well-balanced game of Star Wars miniatures. It really came down right to the end. Even Anakin was down to 40 hit points, so it wasn't clear until that last move who would be victorious in this game. If you enjoy this kind of content and would like to see more Star Wars miniatures, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel and give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we will continue to make more of these kinds of bat reps in the future. But thank you most of all for joining us here today at Grey Army Gaming for the future of gaming.